Hello, welcome to a new video. Today we are starting out getting the oil changed on my truck, and then I have a new Boss snowplow harness sitting right there. That's got to go in because unfortunately during harvest my harness that is usually down there, which I'm not putting it back down there again, caught some corn stalks and it ripped everything under the hood out. I have this red lead that was going down there. It's wedged right now in between brake lines, but that's where it broke off. My ground broke off right at the crimp, and everything else is gone except for my remote plug is right back there sticking through the firewall. So I gotta replace everything. Might as well just gonna tear the solenoid out. A new one came with the kit. And then also on its way out, it tore up my light harness for my aftermarket lights on my plow. They plug in here. Well, that it goes to this switch, and this switch has no juice anymore. That's where those wires came from. So I've got to tear this all apart and figure out how to, or if I can, put that switch back on. I may have to just put a regular old toggle switch on it. The plow mount does make it a little inconvenient. Gotta come in diagonal. Let's see where we're looking. Might be easier to come in from, I think I'm gonna come in from behind the front wheels. Yep, we'll do that. I'm gonna grab a 3/4. This is my new toolbox. I don't know if I've shown you guys this yet. Kitted out with Harbor Freight tools, except for a 3/4 inch wrench apparently. That's no good. I guess we'll try 11/16. Just grab 5/8 too, just in case. You guys definitely cannot see a whole lot down here. Let's see, 5/8. Oh wow, it's 5/8. Busted my thumb on the exhaust. See if I can do this without making a mess. Nope, I can't. Comes out a little faster than I thought it would. Alright, we had some oil sitting on the shelf, so I'm going to put this in. This is a Quaker State oil. SAE 5W20, that's what this truck takes. So that's what we're going to put in. Should take about 6 quarts. I got about 6.5 sitting there. So we'll go ahead and start pouring. It is now time to run it, see if there's any leaks, and then also recheck the oil once it fills the oil filter. There she is, running. Check in, check in. Looking good, looking good. One thing that's not stock about this, I do have a 200 amp alternator. I put that on last year when I started snow plowing with it. My old one died, and I also didn't want to. This has an aftermarket radio in it with a big controller under the seat and everything, and I got LED lights, so I wanted to make sure I had enough juice, so I got a 200 amp instead. That was through DB Electrical. That was the only place I could find that sold a 200 amp alternator for this truck. So that's where I got that. If anybody's looking for one, you can look there. So now we're gonna move on to the snowplow harness. We're gonna unhook the battery so there's no tingly accidents, and then start pulling it out of the box. This one, since it's brand new in the box, has instructions, so it should be pretty easy. Last year when I installed it, I took it out of a truck and put it in this truck, and so it was kind of difficult to figure out what things did, and where they went. So this time it should be a piece of cake though. Okay, so this manual will literally teach you everything, even how to plow a parking lot, but it actually doesn't have installation instructions. So I just gotta wing it, because there's nothing else in here. But it does literally come with everything. Not exactly sure what this switch does. It goes under the dash, if I'm not mistaken. My other one had a toggle switch, but it basically was just an on-off for the plow controls. That's probably what this is too, but I'm not 100% read into everything. This is the mounting bracket for the plow plug. Got covers for everything. Got zip ties, dielectric grease, solenoid wiring, and there was something else here you guys saw. A box of washers and bolts and all that. The plow harness is all hooked up, and I came over here and tested my plow and it seemed to work. So we just gotta route this and route this. Get everything tidied up, and then inside I have to pull the key so you don't have dinging. Set up, go get fuse taps and tap this wire into the fuse so that it comes on when the key comes on. That's your kill for the system. So if your key's not on, the system's not live, so that you're not drawing. And then I still have to route this out into under the hood for my lights. That hooks up to, let me see 1 second. It hooks to, it's around here somewhere. It's a little white plug. There was a joint in the system and it pulled apart at that joint, so it's around there somewhere. A little white plug that the light harness plugs into. Oh, right here. Boom. So that's it. Alright, I got just about everything buttoned up. I just gotta put this switch on right there. Can't see a lick in here. Sorry about that, guy. There's Lucky, napping his way to happiness. Got this switch to mount. I'm gonna put it up right there by the climate controls. This is still not working. I have it hooked up. I think it is a relay under the hood that might have burnt out when the wiring got ripped apart. So I'm gonna replace that here soon, but just gonna get that switch mounted up. And then it's lunchtime, and then I come back and I change the oil in the skid steer because it is very much needing it. Lunch is over, so we're gonna get the skid steer serviced. Got it pulled up on a little bit of a ramp because we have a skid plate under here we got to take off to expose the oil pan of the engine, and then once we get that opened up, then we can drop the oil. And then I don't know where the filters are on this. Hydraulic filters right there. And that's either an engine or a engine oil or fuel filter right there. I believe that's a fuel filter. And then somewhere around here is an engine oil filter. Believe it or not, I have never serviced this before. Dad's always been the one to catch this one. find that's very normal. Definitely very normal. Now the question is, how much is this gonna hold? Can I use one of those black tubs, or do I gotta try and fit a bucket under here? 17 millimeter. It's probably not a smart thing to do with a Harbor Freight wrench. It's amazing how much stuff can get into the engine bay on those skid steers. Look at that. That's a lot of crap. But service is done. Hydraulic filter, oil filter, fuel filter, new oil. All good. Probably gonna order an air filter for it though, because it's been a long time since we've replaced that, or we've maybe never replaced that. So we'll get one of those coming, and then that will be completely done. Ready for another. Good morning, guys. We are gonna start out by getting these bins closed up. We got weather coming this weekend, and this bin, the center cover needs to be put on, and that auger tubing thing needs to be shoved over to the side. Well, somehow that lid went missing. I don't know how it works. We have this weird thing where our bin lids just disappear. So I made a new one out of the bottom of a RV antifreeze barrel. Should be big enough. So we gotta climb up there, climb up that skinny ladder, which I absolutely hate. Get up there, put that on. I have some bungee cords that I'm gonna hold it down with so that it doesn't blow off. Right here. As you can see, the dryer shack hasn't progressed too much. We got all our electrical in with a light and everything, but other than that, that's it. This is all off. I just shut it down this morning. The dryer finished up at about 9 o'clock last night, and so I turned it to cooling and got the grain cooled overnight. The fan's gonna run for probably most of the day today. The grain moisture is at 14, about 45 degrees, so if I can get it cooled down closer to freezing, that'd be great, but probably can't do that until tonight. Alright, here we are, up on top. Got our transfer auger, which this one is the one that had a leg go bad in the wiring. So next summer we will be replacing all this wiring. It goes down the auger to that side. There's a junction box right there, and so we'll probably replace everything from there up, unless we can find an issue with it down farther than that. But this has a spreader in it that doesn't work anymore, so we do have to pull that probably next year maybe. But for now, we'll just get this covered up. Oh, it's not gonna fit. Dang. Let me set you guys down here somewhere. Can you see anything right there? I don't know. Well, we got 99% of it covered. That's just gonna have to be, because I got nothing else that'll fit up here. So, oh well. But look at what else. There's a junction box over there for the transfer auger. So, another splice point that could have went bad. I don't know why there's so many. Some of this stuff got so chopped up. I don't understand it, but whatever. Toss that down. Well, that'll get caught on the power line if I toss it that way. Go right there. Oh, wonderful. There we go. I don't like being up on bins, but I especially don't like this one. Because I guess if you can see over there, there's 2 walking legs there. This one just has these little ones like around the top. There's nothing the rest of the way down. You got the climbing one here. Those ones have way nicer ladders on them. We've said before, if we end up building a new bin right there on that platform that we got already, we'll do a staircase on that one and then do catwalks over here, because these ones are not very fun to climb. Good morning, everybody. It's time to start the next work week here. We're gonna get this loft taken down. I spent the weekend cleaning it all off. We got a few things up there that we're keeping that are gonna go out in the lean-to here. And then we gotta clean these stairs off and get anything that we're keeping moved out. And then we'll take the stairs down, and we gotta take all the electrical out that is in this loft and then pull it out. This loft will then make room for a tractor to come in sideways in here. Before we had to kind of finagle it in like this, and you fit 2, but it was kind of tight. So now we'll be able to put one in like this and one in through the door like this. Here's an after lunch update. Still got the stairs that gotta come out yet, but we're just kind of getting the stuff moved around that we want to move. That, I believe I said, but that's going over here. That stuff, that drawer unit and all the cubbies and everything on it are going outside on the other side of the wall. I'm gonna do away with this workbench and move the bolt bin right here. But that is the loft laying right there. Still got a little bit of it to take down. I got that header or whatever you call it up there. Gonna take the rest of the pegboard down, so I've been cleaning that off, cleaning that workbench off. Gonna get all those electric motors and hydraulic motors and pumps out, stack them on a pallet, or take them out here and stack them up. And then I got nails I gotta pack up yet. But all in all, going pretty good. Should be able to wrap this up here soon. Well, starting to look a little bit less like a mess. Got the starting to get this wall sealed up. The plan is eventually to move that welding table into that corner and make that all the metal fab corner in this area with the grinder. Drill press is going to be right here. Stationary torches, welding table, and then a welder. But we don't have 220 over here at the moment, so I'm not going to move all of that. And I need to get a rolling cart for all this electrical stuff. So for now, we're going to put this into the corner and move this bolt rack over here with the rest of it. And then later on, after a Harbor Freight run, we'll have a rolling toolbox to put the electrical work in. And then right now, I have all the bolts stacked up so that I can move this shelf. So that is what I'm gonna do. And you can look out here through this door. Feels weird being able to walk straight to it. I got this, we gotta rip everything out of. And this is gonna be purely filter storage. And then I guess if we have extra shelves, we'll figure something out then, but that is the plan, to be just filter storage. Come out to our very organized parts room, and we move this thing out here. This side of the shop is done. Got everything where it's gonna go. You can see it all right there. This stuff, still got to do some cleaning here, but I'm trying to get it to where I can get some actual projects in here so that I can start actually feeling like I'm getting something done here. Do got to get this stuff tidied up. We are, for the most part, done. Got the welding table done, workbench cleaned off. Put the new engine in that bad boy, so it's going back to its home. Still got the socket mess to clean up, but the wrenches are all bundled into sets, and we got 2 complete sets, and then
paired all the sizes up and zip tied them all together. So Dad's dispersing them across the farm as needed. I got a few things to tidy up here, but we are to a point to where I can get the 4960 backed in over here. Dad's got to grind feed, and then the 4020's coming in this bay, and I can just bounce back and forth, because I don't know if you guys know this, but the way to keep a shop the most efficient is to have 2 projects or even 3 projects sometimes in at a time, because you will get to a point on one to where you are waiting on something, and then you can move to the next one, get that one to a point to where you're waiting on something, and if you are done waiting on the other one, you can go back to it, or you move on to a third one. So that's just the best way to do it. That way you're not sitting on your hands some days and other days busy. So you can just keep a constant workload and get stuff done more timely. So anyway, I think with that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.